That's the Brooke or that gratitude guy. All right, 1965 Mustang. I have a 1965 Mustang. So I bought it about 40 years ago. And it was only 4 or 5 years old at the time. Didn't pay much money for it. Kept it, restored it, and so forth. And I was looking at it yesterday and I was thinking, you know what the good thing about something like that is? It reminds you once again of what you're grateful for. I've had that car a long time. It's been through a lot of things with me. Now, I think it's always a good idea to hold on to some things from the past. Certainly not everything. We've all talked about people that have lived in the past and so forth, and that's not good. I've talked before about how big the windshield is in your car, and you want to look forward because there's a huge expanse, and then the rearview mirror is this big, and keep it in that proportion. But I do think it's important to keep a few things, to have a reference. Do you go to those class reunions? Do you have those photo albums? Do you have those mementos and things like that that you've kept from the past? And every time I look at that car, it brings back some really neat memories, but most importantly, it reminds me of what I'm grateful for. I'm still here, I'm still healthy, and I'm able to go through those different things that are so important to me that I write in my gratitude journal every single day. So I want you to keep that in mind. But always remember to keep it in proportion, like that windshield and like that rear view mirror. Had a friend some years ago. It had been 20 years since he had gone to back to where he'd grown up in where his hometown was, his high school. So he'd gone down there and he came back and I asked him, how was your trip? And he said, well, it was interesting. It was kind of neat to see some of the old friends and so forth. And then he tells me about he ran into an old buddy of his. And he starts laughing. And I said, what's so funny? And he goes, well, I ran into Fred, whatever his name was. And he goes, he was still wearing his Letterman's jacket. I thought, you're kidding me. He's still wearing his Letterman's jacket after all these years? So make sure you're keeping it in the right perspective. Mostly you're focusing on the future, but keep an eye on it. Just like that 1965 Mustang. It keeps me grounded. It keeps me remembering where I came from, all the things I was grateful for. There's so many things I'm grateful for. And as I get older and older and have lost a lot of people along the way, it even reminds me more of how much I want to make sure I'm thankful and appreciative of my health, my friends, my family, and so forth. That's it for today. Oh, and then tomorrow I'm going to talk about the gratitude journal because I talked yesterday about understanding how the gratitude journal can help deal with depression. But I'm going to get that journal tomorrow and kind of go through it just to remind you of how to fill it out the proper way that'll really fend off a lot of negativity in your life. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a grateful day.